Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to episode 11 of my 1 vs 2 vs 2 Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, I'm playing against two separate teams of 2 Emperor AI per team, and I'm playing as the Tigran Necromancer, Ramhotep Devilclaw. In our last episode, we encountered our 2 remaining opponents, and in this case that is Tigran of Shading Winds, who is a Shadow Elf Archdruid, and then we also encountered Karashar Moorclaw, who's a Draconian Sorcerer. And importantly here, Karashar actually has, and if we zoom out you can see it, actually has control of one of the seals on the map here. And so that's something that happened last episode. We actually witnessed Karashar taking control of the seal. So of course these two are a team of 2, and we previously have eliminated the other team of 2. So moving forward now, we have to decide how we're going to proceed with basically bringing the fight to the 2 remaining opponents. Are we going to press at the seal location, or are we going to try to find the throne cities of our opponents? Last episode, we actually saw Karashar himself at the seal location, so I think this is probably a good place to start, but we're going to have to figure that out as this episode progresses. However, before I dive in, I did just want to give a couple of quick shoutouts to a few individuals who left some excellent comments on the previous episode. The first of those comments comes from Death. Death pointed out that Jafsar's stack is probably strong enough to be able to kind of do whatever I want with it, and I'm inclined to agree. If you look here, you can see that we have a Dwarven Oathbreaker that's at gold medal rank. We have an extremely powerful Tigran Royal Chariot, which is a tier 3 unit. And then we have a few other very powerful units, a tier 2 Ghast, as well as a Tigran Muse here that's quite strong and has Heal Undead, of course, as well as a Tigran Shredder that's quite leveled up. And I suspect we will be adding additional units as we continue to raid structures like the Hall of the Forefathers. And just as an example here, we managed to get control of a Frostling Ice Queen. That's a nice tier 3 unit as well. So Death is pointing out that Jafsar's stack is quite powerful, and we can probably use Jafsar kind of very aggressively here. So whether I want to send Jafsar over to the seal location, or try and kind of snipe one of my opponent's throne cities, either way, I think Jafsar's ready to do that. So I appreciate Death just kind of pointing that out. The next comment here is from Gladden. Gladden just had a good reminder. Basically, don't forget to reanimate. And this is kind of in reference to my battle with, let's see, yeah, down here with Ramhotep. So I actually had an opportunity where I could have used the Sarcophagus of the Betrayed and used its Greater Reanimate Undead ability to actually bring back one of my units that had been killed off, and I actually didn't do that. I think there was an undead horse, if I remember correctly, that I didn't get a chance to bring back, and I ended up losing the unit. And so basically, what Gladden is pointing out is that I just need to make sure I'm remembering to use those to their fullest ability. So thank you to Gladden for that good reminder. Another comment here from Thomas Hazelwood. Thomas pointed out that I could actually use the beetle that I have in my stack in the bottom corner of the map here. Let's just see right here. So I could actually use this big beetle as a dedicated miner to try to improve my gold income if I really wanted to. And of course, that's because this big beetle does have tunneling. The only downside to this is, of course, the big beetle is a tier 2 unit, meaning that it does require 8 upkeep per turn, which does make it a little bit, I guess, less cost-effective than, say, a tier 1 unit like one of the Dwarven units that has tunneling, for example, or one of the Goblins. But that would still be an effective use of this unit, and it is kind of the odd man out in this stack because the rest of the units are undead and can benefit from Heal Undead, which my Mystics provide. So I think that's actually a great idea and a good usage of that unit. So thank you to Thomas for pointing that one out. And then finally here, a comment from Samuel Gomes. Sam just wanted to remind me to make sure that I'm still thinking about selling off structures that I don't need when I'm not making anything in the cities that have them. So just as an example here, I believe I sold all the structures from Cabalg, but I think I might still have one left in the city of Foog. Let's just take a look. Yeah, so I have a Rogue's Palace and a Storehouse. So just make sure that I'm still remembering to sell these for the additional gold, because of course gold is still a bit of a limiting resource for me. So, as always, big thank you to everybody for the excellent comments and suggestions. As always, they are extremely appreciated. Let's dive into the episode and see what, well, basically what we can get up to here. Now, we had a couple of production things that have finished up. So we did finish off a mummy in our throne city. And of course, I'm trying to build a stack for Sheila the Spoiled. So let's take the mummy and add the mummy into our stack. Now, the next thing we're going to want is probably, I'm thinking maybe one more mummy. And then I think we're going to send the stack off and actually start heading out to see if maybe we can get Sheila into the Shadow Realm, or at least kind of up to the front lines to help us out with, well, really with the battle with Karashar that's looming on the horizon here. Also, we have our scout over here who has access to gold and treasure, so let's grab as much as we can here. Yeah, that's great. Extra gold. That's very helpful for me. Some gold over here. Excellent. And then, you know what? We might as well turn around and head back over towards this gold, too. We'll stay in the water for a little added protection. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, just a nice boost to our bank account, basically. All right, so now this scout, we're continuing to kind of hunt in this area to see if we can find more information about our opponents and where they might be located. We can see here, here's one of Karashar's heroes. This is a Draconian Theocrat. Oh, and he already has access to Node Serpents. I shouldn't be surprised. So he can summon Tier 3 units, which is going to, well, that's going to be a little bit difficult for me in terms of, I'll have my work cut out for me, I guess. And we can continue kind of wandering around. Unfortunately, oh, okay, thank goodness. This zombie and skeleton will limit their ability, this stack's ability to move into the mountains. Otherwise, I was going to say if it was all Lost Souls, they could have just moved in and tried to kill my Lost Soul. But, yeah, we'll keep scouting and see what we can find in here. Again, if I could find my opponent's throne city, that would be perfect. And I'm still looking for access to some shadow gates so I can actually get into the Shadow Realm to find my Shadow Elf opponent. In Necras, we did produce a Tigran Mystic. So, I believe that's... I'm trying to remember exactly what my plan was with this Mystic. I think maybe we'll add the Mystic into this stack and actually take the Big Beetle out and do some tunneling. Basically for the gold. I think that would be a wise choice. So, you know what? Let's head up this way. And there we go. We're earning our keep at the very least, so that's great. And then we will just start chunking away the walls here. Perfect. Meanwhile, this stack, we are going to, I think, take the Mystic and just kind of head over this direction. So let's do that. And in the meantime, we can move this stack over here to deal with the necromantic circle up there that we do need to clear out. Because obviously we want our cities down here to be safe and not have to babysit them too much. Harbingers of Death is now complete, which is excellent. Blood Moon is still running. Let's see what else we had going on. So we have Ramhotep, and of course the other big development at the end of last episode is we managed to get control of a Bone Dragon. This is a Tier 4 unit, and I'm very, very happy to have it. This is going to make Ramhotep's stack extremely powerful at this point. So really now what I have to do is just see if I can recruit maybe a few more units, and then I should have some pretty powerful undead forces underground here that I can try my best to really get involved in the kind of front lines of battle. So I think what we'll do is we'll head over here and try to raid this structure and see if maybe we can get a hold of this Wraith and perhaps this Poltergeist as well. And I'm going to bring my other undead units in to help me out, even though they're in kind of rough shape. And let's engage the battle. So again, I'm interested in the Wraith, and I'm also interested in the Poltergeist because they are both support units and will have heal undead. I also really like the Wraith and the King, the Wraith King, excuse me. Honestly, the Wraith King, as I've said before, is absolutely one of my favorite undead units, just in general. And the Wraith is also quite good for a Tier 2 unit anyway. Alright, so we will heal up our Nightmare. Hellhound's a little bit in rough shape, but that's alright. Our Deathbringer. And we might as well get our Sarcophagus at least in position to help us out a little bit. The only trick here is just that we don't have any units that are like really, really strong for this fight. Our Deathbringer is decently powerful in melee, but doesn't really have any advantages against the undead. Although I guess does a bit of spirit damage, so that actually will come in handy now that I say that. All right, let's see if maybe we can... Oh, I suppose we could just try and control undead. That's an option too. But I think it might be better to just get the kill and kind of ensure that we're going to have what we need out of this. So why don't we step over with our Hellhound, a nice flank shot, and then get the finish here. Perfect. And then with our Sarcophagus, we can bring the Wraith back on our side. We can move on up with our Mystic. And you know what? Let's blast the Ghast there. And then the Deathbringer, I think we will park kind of here as a bit of protection. Meanwhile, Ramhotep, I'm thinking we park there and then use our Spirit Ray attack. Ooh, and of course I blocked the Ghast. That was kind of silly of me. But we'll at least do a little bit of damage there. Okay. Ooh, Haunt Machinery resisted, thank goodness. Yikes. Okay, let's get the kill on the Ghast. Actually, wait, let's not kill the Ghast because we want to try to get control of the Poltergeist. So what we're going to actually have to do is, you know what, let's jump to Werepanther mode. Oh, and that's actually not as good because we don't do as much damage there. Shoot. Okay, well, what we'll do is we will do this. Pounce. There we go. And now we should be able to get one of our units in there to attack. What I want to do is kill the Poltergeist such that then we can... Oh, yeah, here. Let's do a flanking charge attack like this. I want to kill the Poltergeist, and that will free up Ramhotep to be able to use Greater Reanimate Undead and bring it back. So, yeah, let's charge in like this. Oh, fantastic, and we got the kill easily with the critical. And now we have access to that Poltergeist as well. This is great. This is, again, another support unit that does have, or once I have control of it, will have Heal Undead. And then now with our Deathbringer, we can get the finish on the Ghast. Perfect. Oh, that went extremely well. Very, very happy with that outcome. As you can see here, we have these two units that we now have control of. Ooh, and we also get access here to the Quiver of Scorching Fire. This is a shield item that gives scorching projectiles and +2 fire damage to ranged attacks. So let's see. Scorching projectiles. Ranged attacks can inflict scorching heat. Scorched units suffer -3 strength. Wow, this effect lasts for 3 turns. Now that's pretty cool, especially if you're hitting a really strong melee unit with this. That would be a pretty solid debuff. Not to mention we have the short bow of the Thieving Axter, which gives shoot, short bow, and razor projectiles. That's not bad at all. You know what? I think I'm going to take this, and I just have to decide which hero to give the shield to. And as you can see, we don't have a shield with Sheila, so it might be worth giving to her, actually. So why don't we do that? We'll send that over to her, and then we also have to see who doesn't have a short bow currently. Well, Sheila, again, could use it, so let's send her the short bow. Yeah, perfect. There we go. Yeah, so some great items for our sorcerer hero. So that takes care of that. Now, I suppose we could keep going and try to grab this catalyst for the extra casting points. That wouldn't be so bad. I think we have... Yeah, we got one more in us, so we can move over and let's initiate the battle here. The one thing to remember, of course, is that the plane-touched goblin will explode when it dies, so we want to make sure we remember that. So let's get our sarcophagus involved. Oh yeah, big damage, and the wisp is almost dead, which is perfect. So then the next thing we want to do is try to kill the plane-touched goblin if we can. Fortunately, it's not looking like we're going to have an easy time of it, but we can try here. Okay, good damage there, almost dead. And then with our Mystic, we should be able to... There we go. Get the finish, and now it's just kind of cleanup. That was what I was kind of hoping for there. So then we can finish off the Wisp here. And then all that's left is the Phantasm Warrior. Alright. Okay, going after the sarcophagus, that's totally fine. And then we might as well drop some heals since we are able to, so let's do that. Yeah, there's some. That's great. And Actually, our Ghoul Nightmare can jump around like this. Get a nice charge in. We can drop a heal for some extra health. We might as well try to cause fear just because we can. There we go. And then we can get the finish with our Deathbringer. Perfect. And a nice level up for the Deathbringer as well. That's excellent. And there we go. A bunch of additional casting points. I think 57 additional casting points. Yeah, that's going to make a big difference for us. Okay, so now the question is, what do we do with Ramhotep's stack? And if I remember correctly, we did scout over here and jump up above ground. And that's actually where this Lost Soul came from, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Either that or this Lost Soul. I'm actually... I can't remember if I brought this Lost Soul over this way or if that was a product of coming up through this cave entrance. I think this Lost Soul may have actually just come this way. But in any case, I think a scout over here may have been killed off. I'm not 100% sure. But either way, it doesn't really matter. I think we'll actually go that way with Ramhotep. So let's go back here. And we're just going to move all of our units back. We're going to form kind of a main stack with Ramhotep himself. And probably with the Bone Dragon and at least one or two of these Wraiths. And then the other units can kind of form a secondary stack as well. So that's going to be great for me. I also, with those casting points, I now have enough to cast Embrace Darkness. So now I need to pick which city I'm doing the most production with. So I believe, yeah, I already have Embrace Darkness on my Throne City, which I'm making units at. Could do one here on Toongale, as I am making units. The other option would be to do it at one of my cities underground. So I have it already on Foog. And I could do it as well on Kabalg, but I'm not really using Kabalg for a ton of production at the moment. Since it's not really near the front lines. And as much as Necras is great because it can produce Tigran Mystics that are very powerful due to my Magic Academy here, as you can see, I think I'm actually going to throw this onto Toongale just because of its location, actually, and the fact that we have a unit about to come out there. So let's do that. Excellent. It's too bad this mummy didn't benefit from it, but what we were doing is we were producing units to join in with my Druid stack here to kind of upgrade, as we had essentially all Tier 1 units. So we're trying to basically provide some additional benefit for this stack, kind of power them up a little bit as we're moving into sort of the mid-game now, really. Well, I should say we actually are in the mid-game at this point, I would say. So let's get our Druid kind of over here, and then we can send this unit over to join our mummy. So I'm thinking probably one of maybe these cheetahs I'm going to split off. Either that or maybe the crab. Although this crab is very close to evolving into a tier 2 unit. So maybe I'll split off one of the cheetahs. And then I will add in the mystic to the stack for some additional healing, which would be great. Okay, let's see. So yeah, and then we have the raptor and the lost soul, who are kind of... we'll have to figure out what to do with them, because they are still useful, obviously. It's just, at the moment, there's not a whole lot we can do with them. Might be nice to also turn this raptor into a ghoul, just so that we can benefit from the undead healing. Although, for now, I think it's better as a living unit. Alright, so now we have to decide what else we want to cast. That's the other question. We could do another Lost Soul for some additional scouting. I think that would be a wise choice. We haven't really gotten to use Undead Plague at all, but that's alright. Again, we could go with another Embrace Darkness. Just trying to think what would be the best. Oh, and I almost forgot about this Shredder down here. So yeah, he did get eyes on some of Karshar's units. So I wouldn't be surprised if Karshar has a city over that way. But in order to keep the scout alive, I'm going to try and head down this way. Just to kind of avoid... Oh yeah, so I suspect that we've hit some volcanic terrain. I wouldn't be surprised if Karshar's got a throne city over here, perhaps. But we'll have to see. Okay. That takes care of that. Now, here we go. We have Jafsar. So first things first, let's use Jafsar to raid this Hall of the Forefathers and see if maybe we can recruit some additional units. I guess before I do that, though, I might as well do a bit of scouting with my Grimbeak Crow here. Oh, and there we go. Okay, we found our way into the Shadow Realm. So actually, we may want to send Jafsar in there to do some scouting for us and see if we can maybe identify where my Shadow Elf opponent is. So what I'll do is I'll send the Grimbeak Crow into the Shadow Gate, head into the Shadow Realm, and see what I can find. Although, you know, for Jafsar, it might be worth grabbing this city here that we have access to. We can take that over by force. I think that's probably what we'll do. So let's raid the Hall of the Forefathers here. Nice. Let's try and get this Yeti on our side. That would be excellent. We also have a Frostling Ice Queen, a couple of White Witches, a Frostling Bone Scryer. Now that's interesting. Soul Chill. Cast a bolt of magic that chills a target to their very being. Interesting. So it does Spirit and Frost. Then we have Horrifying Visions. Attempts to panic target enemy unit. Okay, so it's basically just a way to try to make them flee, to make them panic. And they actually have Heal Undead. Interesting. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Crow Burial. The unit is devoured by crows on death, who then temporarily join the side of the fallen. Huh. So I guess when they die, they summon Grimbeak Crows, I would assume. They have total awareness. That's pretty cool. I like this unit. I can try and get them on my side as well, perhaps. Okay. Enough babbling, though. Let's get to the fighting. All right. So what I will do is I will take my Muse, and I'm going to buff my Chariot, as I often do. And then I'm going to park my Chariot in a decent spot there. And then I'll move my Oathbreaker up as well, just to provide some assistance. Jafsar can kind of hang back a little bit. The Ghast can move in. And we're going to see if they decide to step closer to us. Okay, no, they're going to make us get right up in there. That's fine. So we'll move our Muse up, blast the Ice Queen, just to piss them off a little bit and draw them into fighting. Ghast can advance. Don't want to get too tied up here, but what we could do is step a bit closer and try to immolate the Yeti. And that's going to make them a little bit easier to Ghoul Curse, actually. So then we'll back up, hang out in defense mode. And we want Jafsar involved here. Could use Stiffen Limb, I suppose, but it's not really going to make it easier for us to get our Ghoul Curse. You know what? Let's do this. We can try and inflict despair at least. Okay, they resisted. All right, let's see what happens here. Okay, throwing Frozen Flames on their units that are going to be up front. Yeah, Guard Breaker. Yeah, that was a good move. Tanking that damage quite well, actually. All right, so currently we have a 55% chance to inflict Ghoul Curse. It's not terrible. But it would be nice to increase that a little bit. So maybe what we'll do here is we will step back. Oh, yeah, and let's blast the Yeti here. Oh, okay, we're going to kill it. Oh, wait, I guess we didn't. That's all right. So now let's try for the Ghoul Curse here. Oh, immune to Ghoul... it resisted it. Okay, so that's fine. Again, worth a try, but it didn't pan out for us. We can try it on the Frostling Ice Queen, I suppose, but we'd have to see if maybe we can ensnare. So you know what? Let's try that. Ah, shoot. No such luck. All right, then what we'll do instead is we will just go for the kill. We won't worry too much about recruiting additional units here. Yeah, let's attack the Royal Guard. I just want to make sure Jafsar is protected there. Although, now that I think about it, Jafsar actually does have the... he has that chest piece that I got last episode, which gives him Resurgence. So I actually don't need to be as concerned about him. Oh, and there we go. So they died, and they summoned Grimbeak Crows. That's really cool. That's a neat little ability. All right, so our Muse here can do some healing. So we could either heal Jafsar. Let's heal the Chariot, who's kind of in rough shape at the moment. And then, you know what? Let's try and grab one of these White Witches if we can. We can step up and blast this one. Okay, there we go. And then with Jafsar, what we'll do is we will shadow step in behind, do a nice flank. Resist it as well. Okay, and then we'll just get the kill. Yeah, not the most perfectly executed battle, but again, it would have been nice to get either the Yeti or the Ice Queen, but that's all right. Ooh, look at this, though. Some really good items here. Let's see. Butcher's Poleaxe of Slaughtering. This is a mythical item. First strike, polearm, lifesteal, and +2 melee strength, along with the effigy of the Lich King. Necromantic aura. Every time an enemy undead unit performs a melee attack against this unit, the enemy undead unit has a chance to instantly come under that unit's control. Now, this is an upgrade that Necromancers get access to. I can't remember what level, but I definitely remember them getting access to it, if I'm not mistaken. And then heal undead as well. So you know what? This would be a great item to give to perhaps one of my non-Necromancer heroes, like either my Sorcerer or to my my Druid. I think maybe the Sorcerer, given that the Sorcerer doesn't have access to any undead healing abilities, whereas the Druid at least gets nourishing meal. So let's take that reward. That's really good. And holy cow, this poleaxe is incredible. I'm going to give that to Jafsar. And then I think I'm just going to sell off the club. I really don't need that. And then this we are going to send to Sheila. Yeah, excellent. Very, very exciting there. Wow. Good item. Okay. So now with Jafsar, I think, yeah, I'm going to head for this little city to grab control of it. And on my way here, I'll grab this watchtower. I can use this as an opportunity to just do a little bit of healing. Alright, so let's drop a heal onto the chariot. And let's do that again with Jafsar here. Perfect, okay. Then my chariot can step on up. Let's blast the thief. And then kill the thief. Oathbreaker can step up and do some absolutely devastating damage there. Wow. Just outright killed the unit, no problem at all. And then we can attack the adventurer for a little bit of damage as well. Ghast can advance. Yeah, easy peasy there. Nice. Okay, nice and clean. We got some healing done in that battle as well. And that gave us some extra vision range, which is always nice. Ooh, and look at this. This is a unit I'm not familiar with. This is a Tier 3 Fey unit. Epimeliad. Interesting. Okay, so it's kind of like an upgraded nymph, I guess. Healing, cure disease, entangling touch, inflict daze, has mind control immunity. It is dedicated to good. Neat. Okay, that's kind of a cool unit. So I think, yeah, we'll head over for the city here with Jafsar since we're kind of already going that direction. And then I think we will probably head into the Shadow Realm, although it might depend on what our scout finds when he jumps through. Yeah, that went quite well. I'm very happy with... I'm very happy that we now have eyes on a Shadow Gate. I was starting to wonder when we were going to find one because I hadn't yet encountered one. So, yeah, my scouts have all done their thing. You know what? In terms of summoning, let's do another Lost Soul. I just really want additional scouting, I think, at this point. I really want to know kind of where I should send my heroes. And yeah, Ramhotep's done his thing as well. And of course, these units, I can't move them because we just acquired them. So let's do maybe our research choice now. We have 72 that we've got knowledge that we're sitting on. So we could use that knowledge to speed up one of these that would take longer. So for example, the Summon Banshee. Getting a Phylactery would be great as well. This basically means that if Ramhotep goes down, my research and spellcasting isn't on hold while he's in the void. It kind of gives me a little bit of extra wiggle room. It, you know, kind of doesn't impede me as much as it otherwise would when your hero goes down, or your leader goes down, excuse me. Yeah, you know what? Let's do summon Banshee. Get that out of the way. Cabalg. Okay, let's see. For production, yeah, we've already sold everything we needed to in Cabalg, so let's just work on developing the city since we're not really... Although, you know, it wouldn't be bad to maybe just produce a single unit here. Just something kind of cheap and easy. Suppose we could do a... You know what, let's do a cheetah. And the reason I say that is because I do want to just double check what's in this bottom corner. So, you know what, let's do a cheetah real fast. Actually, no, let's do a javelineer. And then I can send that unit down into the bottom corner. Just kind of make sure I've scouted everything around here. We are still guarding this seal that we have control of course. Up to Necras now. Again, we can continue developing Necras. That wouldn't be so bad. Maybe a siege workshop just because we really don't have a ton of production here yet. So, yeah, I'm liking that idea a lot. So maybe we'll do the siege workshop. Oh, and I should remember that there is that Doom... I think it's called a Doom Priest in here. That would be really great to get my hands on eventually. I do have the money for it, although that gold gets burned pretty fast. So, you know what? Let's do the siege workshop. And Urs 4, I think for now we will just do merchandise. We don't really need anything too desperately in this city at the moment. Now, our Ice Queen, we were sending north to join in potentially with our Druid. So let's do that. Let's head straight kind of north here and move up. Now, hopefully this unit doesn't get attacked by any roaming units. That would be really sad. And then as for Sheila here, we'll wait one more turn just to get another mummy, and then I think we will set out and start using Sheila in earnest. So we're going to equip this so that when it arrives, it's already ready to go. Excellent. All right, let's end our turn there. So let's see what Karshar does. Yeah, my hunch is that Karashar, his throne city is in the on the surface rather than in the Shadow Realm. Although I could be wrong. Karashar may have ventured from the Shadow Realm out to go for the seal. It'll be interesting to see. Oh, look at that. He split off a unit there from his stack. Looks like he's sending more units towards kind of the location of the seal. Oh, look at this. Okay, so we're coming under attack from a group of undead here. Let's see. Oh, a Spectre. Okay, this is a unit I've never seen before. This is an undead unit that has Shadow Step, Energy Drain, Incorporeal, dedicated to evil, of course. Very cool, though. I quite like this unit. Kind of like an upgraded Lost Soul in a lot of ways. All right. It says closely matched, although I think with the magic damage that we can do with our Mystics here with Fire and Spirit, I think we'll be in good shape. But let's do it. Shame I don't have any units that can recruit some of these undead. That would be good, especially to get that Spectre. All right, I'm going to let them come to me, but I'm going to move my units to surround my Mystics. Okay. So the name of the game here is just going to be let the Mystics do their thing. Soften them up. There we go. Actually, you know what we'll do is we'll go like this and let them come to us. There's that Spectre using its Shadow Step. Alright. Oh, look at this, though. Big damage potential right here. So let's do it. Well, I shouldn't say big. I mean, it was pretty good. You know what? We can actually do a pretty good amount of melee damage here, so let's do that. Nice, and there's the kill. Okay, the Spectre's down, so that makes things a lot easier for us here. So now let's just start cleaning things up with what we have left. Attack the Zomblin. I didn't realize the Zomblin had Undying. That's kind of neat. And then we can step up with our Sun Guard. Do some guard break there. Going after my Mystics. Okay. Well, what we'll do is we will drop a heal. And then do some work here with my Lost Soul. Perfect. Cadaver can devour a corpse for some extra health. And then what we'll do, I think, is drop some health here. And then our Sun Guard can just get the finish with melee. Excellent. All right. Not too bad at all. And we can actually move this stack over and basically get in there to clear this thing out, although it'll have to wait until next turn, it looks like. And we just don't quite have enough movement. Here's a Rot Troll, which I think I've looked at previously, but bloated with gas. The unit will explode when it dies. And I believe it's undead. Yeah, it is. So it's an undead troll, basically. Very cool. Does have disgusting stench. And you know what? We can engage the battle with the Lost Soul, actually, so that's just fine. But before we do that, let's just see if there's anything special here. We do have an alliance proposal from the Fey Dwelling. You know what? Absolutely, I will accept that. It is kind of expensive for me, but I think I'll get more of that gold back. And it's nice having a vassal. Just because I'm the prime evil doesn't mean I can't have at least one or two vassals. Alright, so let's jump back to this battle here and engage it with my Lost Soul. I don't think we'll have any trouble here, but let's just make sure we play it safe. And this will really just help ensure the safety of my underground cities, and I can really start developing them more kind of economically rather than worrying about having to defend them as aggressively. Obviously, I want to make sure I have some units down in the area just in case my opponents slide some units underground. But this will really give me a lot of peace of mind, I think. All right, there we go. Hit that Zomblin for some damage. Graver can step up. Yeah. And kind of just whittle them away as they get in closer here. Nice. Lost Soul putting in work. All right, very good. So now we should able... We can do a little bit of damage to the Rot Troll at least. And then our Cadaver can attack the Zomblin. And then... Now the big question is... Oh, we can't quite get to that Rot Troll, unfortunately. You know what? I'm going to park the Lost Soul onto the Zomblin corpse just so that it doesn't come back and try to get me. You know what? I think I'm actually going to put my Mystic right here. Alright. Nice. Going after Cadaver, that's perfect. You know what? I'm actually happy to have the Cadaver go down because then it'll just come back thanks to Resurgence. So there we go. That's easy. Ooh, I forgot about Cursed by Necron, though, so that actually gave the Rot Troll health. That wasn't the smartest move on my part. But what we can do is jump in behind with Teleport, do a nice flanking attack there for some hefty damage. And then with our Mystic, we can... Oh, yeah, look at that. This one's already got gold medal, so I think I'll let this one get the kill. And maybe we can do... And nobody else really needs the healing, so... I suppose we can drop one here. Yeah, there we go. And then we can get the kill here. Oh, and I forgot about that bloated with gas. Thankfully, the blight damage didn't do anything to us because we're undead, so... Not a problem there. Sapphire Loop of Lessening Frostbite. This provides 60% frost protection. But you know what? I think I'm going to take the gold on this one. Even though that wouldn't be bad for one of my heroes that doesn't have a jewelry item. I think that just getting a little extra gold there is nice. Especially since I spent all that gold. Maybe not in the brightest move, but getting that vassal. Alright, so there we go. There's our items that our sorcerer has now acquired. So that's great. Okay, and we have the mummy, so now we can actually... Oh, and here we go. Let's go deal with some of this junk out here. That's really annoying. You know what I'm even going to do is I'm going to actually give maybe one of these units into the stack as well, just so that they have a little bit more... Because it's going to be a lot to actually deal with both of these units out there. So, although maybe I should actually keep this army back just to defend the throne in case things get nasty. Okay, you know what? I changed my mind. Let's do this. There we go. The Lost Soul is going to help us out. Plus, that Lost Soul now has greater lifesteal thanks to being summoned in the city with Embrace Darkness. So, that's really good. All right, now I think we should be able to head over, even if... Let's add in the Cadaver. Oh, the Cadaver makes it then we can't get over there, I guess. Is that the case? Yeah, it's the Cadaver that's limiting our movement. Shoot. I'm assuming it's going to be the same if we added in an Archer. Let's just double check that real quick. Yeah, they can't make it. All right, so if we're going to do the fight, we're going to have to do it with what we have here. 2 Mummies, Reanimator, Lost Soul, and Sheila. We're going to be up against a couple of Scoundrels, but then the real danger here is these Shock Serpents. I don't know, actually. I don't think we should try that because we're going to bring both stacks into the fight, so maybe we should actually hold off. That's kind of frustrating. I wanted to get Sheila out there. But you know what? This is another turn to maybe make one more unit. So maybe I use this opportunity to make maybe one more Mummy. We already have... Yeah, we have the Reanimator who can provide healing, so let's do one more Mummy. All right. Not to mention that Sheila is going to have an item that provides her with Heal Undead, so we'll be in good shape. So maybe we have to keep Sheila near the throne just for another turn. Oh, that pains me because I really want to get her out into the fight, but I can't afford to have these units capture my throne city. So I have to figure out exactly where they came from. I think I cleared out I think there was a beast den over here that was spawning the animals, and this is just a remnant from that. I'm not sure where they spawned from. I can't remember if I've cleared out a bandit den in this area. If anybody remembers if I've cleared out a bandit den around here, or a brigand camp or whatever, I always forget the name of the structure, but the one that spawns the scoundrel types. If anybody remembers me clearing one around the throne, let me know. I may have to actually do some more. Again, I should have done this a long time ago, but scout the north here above the throne city. Okay. Well, we'll leave this alone for now. Let's see. This Lost Soul, I guess we can move up here. Oh, nice. Okay, this is a... this is one of those dwellings here that's nomadic outlaws. I don't think they're going to want to talk to me, but if they do... maybe I can make some more friends. And then this Lost Soul can head over here, I guess. Meanwhile, this one we're going to go grab some additional gold. Excellent. There we go. That's fantastic. And then, you know what? Let's head into the water just to keep us a little bit safer. All right. So Blood Moon is still going. We can now summon the Banshee, which is going to be helpful if we need a decent tier 2 unit to be kind of just dropped in somewhere. Foog finished the observatory. Okay, now we have the Javelineer, and I'm going to send the Javelineer kind of south here just to do some scouting for me. Because, again, I want to see what's going on in this kind of back corner area. There's a gold mine here. Otherwise, doesn't look like much else. Yeah, that's comforting. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything hiding kind of in the shadows back there. Doesn't look like there is, so that's really good. Oh, and look at this. Okay, so here we go. The seal has actually spawned units to defend it. So we have a fire elemental and then 2 lesser fire elementals, 2 lesser blight elementals, and a lesser frost elemental. Yikes. All right, well, let's hope that I'm strong enough to defend it. I currently have a human gendarme, not undead, and then Saber-Tooth Chariot, 2 Mystics, 2 Sun Guard, and another Saber-Tooth Chariot out there as well. Yikes. You know what? We might need another unit here at Foog, so maybe we will produce a mummy to help out a little bit. And in Cabal, you know what? We might want to produce a unit as well just to help. You know what? Let's do an Epsilon Warrior. Although we don't have Embrace Darkness on here. That's the only thing. Okay. Yeah, that stack's already done its thing. Ramhotep now. We can... Okay, now let's decide. How do we want to group things up? So I definitely want Ramhotep for sure, obviously. I want both of these units, I would say. We'll go like this. And then... Oh, you know, now what would be really cool, and I think I can't remember if I mentioned this in the last episode, but if I can get Ramhotep a flying mount, what I could effectively do is have a Bone Dragon, a Wraith, the Wraith, and the Poltergeist, and the Sarcophagus, and I would have all floating flying units, and I would be super mobile. Now, that would be really cool. But for now, I don't really have that capability, so maybe I'll go like this. Actually, no, we'll go like that. And then... I think we'll take... Curious, what does the Poltergeist get here? Haunt Machinery. If I was up against a... So this attempts to take control of a target construct. I like that ability. That's pretty cool. This would be great if you're up against a Dreadnought. That would be a great ability. I think we'll take the Wraith, though, and add in over there like this. The one thing I was thinking is that it might be nice to have the Sarcophagus in with this stack, because then they could actually recruit additional undead units themselves. But I think I'll probably keep this stack kind of following along behind Ramhotep anyway, so I don't think it's really going to matter. So then Ramhotep, now the other question is, do we want to try and raid the Lost City? Mythical defense, but I think we need to get the Bone Dragon some experience before we do that. So let's head this way. We'll clear out the inn. We'll clear out the ancient ruins, and then we'll go up above ground. Or maybe we'll head over to the Sphinx Temple. One or the other, but yeah, that's kind of the plan there. And that stack can just chill out. All right, so we have our Mystic that's now been produced, and we can add in, but it might take a little bit to be able to join over. So let's head over like this, and then we'll send the Mystic as far as the Mystic can go. And that might be for next turn here. So then we'll send the Druid over. I think, yeah, here we go. We have a chance to try to recruit some animals. So now this unit can evolve into a Winter Weaver. This is a Frost Spinner Spider. Very cool. We also have a Dread Spider baby. So either way, if I can get one of these two spiders, that would be perfect. So let's try for it. And I want to get my little baby Reed Serpent some experience and try to evolve it. Oh, shoot, I forgot about this. So this is one of those ones where you have that arachnid horde that's going to be in effect. So I got to try to end the battle relatively quickly here. Okay, so Frost Spinner's probably going to be my target. All right, let's just let them come to us here. I'll throw my cheetahs up front. Kind of let them... They're going to probably try and web the cheetahs, I'm sure. So, you know what? We'll put our mummy like this. And what I'll do is I'll blast the spider baby. Okay. Yikes. Jump in behind us. That's not great. Okay, going after the... Oof. Yikes. They froze my mummy solid there, you can see. That's a little bit scary. Okay, the cheetah can pounce on the assassin. There we go. That's pretty good. And then I think what we'll do is we will try for befriend animal on the Frost Spinner. But before we do that, let's use our free attack perhaps on the spider baby, maybe. Actually, you know what? Let's use it on the... Decisions. Yeah, let's go after the assassin, maybe. There we go. And then we can hit him with... Just really don't want the assassin to then turn around and kill off my hero. The crab... Okay, the snapper crab we can use to kill the spider baby. So let's do that. There we go. And then the cheetah we can probably move around to attack the assassin as well. So, you know what? All right, that works for me. Okay, we're going to do this. And then we're going to do this. Nice, and we got lucky there. That's great. Okay, and then our cheetah... We can step around here. Go after the assassin. Nice. Get the kill without trouble. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, we're in good shape now. Now we just have to finish off all the summoned spiders. Ooh, poison spit. So this is a spitting spider. Appropriately named. One more turn for the mummy to come back. You know what? Let's step over here. Light up. Nice. A level up there for the baby reed serpent. And then our crab can go toe-to-toe with the vampire spiders and get the kill. Then our druid... You know, I wouldn't mind actually getting some experience with our new spider, so let's do that. There's a nice flank. Alright, and then our hero can actually jump over and get the finish here, so let's do that. Perfect. So that's great. We got ourselves another evolvable unit there, another animal unit. And yeah, we're definitely going to replace one of the cheetahs here. So you know what? Let's send that cheetah over to this stack. And then we can group up like that. And I think we'll probably just kind of sit where we are for now with our druid here. Then the question becomes, where do we go next? So I think we could... I mean, again, we could head over and start trying to challenge Karashar, but we're just not strong enough currently with what we have with Leandra here. So we need to... Maybe we'll head down and clear out some of these structures. Maybe not a bad spot for a city, actually, grabbing a settler, putting it right around here. Yeah, you have the Sphinx Temple, you have multiple structures here. I think that's a pretty good spot, actually. Alright, so then we'll send... Yeah, this unit can move on up like this. There we go. Alright, now, Jafsar here. Let's cruise on over to this city. We're going to trespass our way right in. Oh, and look at this. There's some wisps here that are going to make it impossible for my scout to head in to the Shadow Realm at the moment. Well, that's annoying. Alright, well, then in the meantime, we will just do some scouting over here, I guess. Ooh, and there's a haunted boneyard down here. Might be worth sending Jafsar over to recruit some more undead, if possible. Yeah, let's declare war on them. Because we want to basically capture the city and take control of it, so we'll do that. Yeah, we've already done our scouts up here. Let's see. Yeah, in this group, we've decided we're just going to kind of chill. What I might do is send one unit over just to provide a bit of protection for the Ice Queen, at least. Okay. Yeah, I'm still a little frustrated that we can't use Sheila necessarily without putting her at some extra risk from these multiple units. So that's a little bit unfortunate. And yeah, Ramhotep, we've decided. So yeah, we're going to head straight up here and then over to that. That'll be our plan. Meanwhile, this unit's done its thing. Can do some more tunneling. That was what I was forgetting. Yeah, so let's just chow our way through the dirt here. And we'll go like this. Yeah, perfect. There we go. Just generating some extra gold. That's exactly what we need. This unit, again, we were moving on over to join in with this stack. Still not a bad idea. As well just head to the city for starters. Alright, so in terms of spell casting, maybe we do another Embrace Darkness just to get that going. Especially on our cities that we are now kind of producing some units with. So let's get that one going. Research choices. So we have the Banshee that's done. Greater Disjunction will be great if our opponents use any spells that we need to get rid of. I think that's going to be quite helpful. Again, you know what? Let's get some extra casting points though. That'll be done in a single turn. So let's do that. Urs we can do our production. Again, we're really low on gold, so we're just going to do merchandise in most of our cities here for the time being. This little scout can keep on moving. You know what? Let's head into the volcanic terrain here. When I realized I moved through the woods when I didn't need to, the trees. That wasn't super efficient of me. Alright, we'll wait one more turn as much as it pains me. And that's going to do it. Alright. We're going to end it there. Alright. Karshar's doing his thing. Yeah, I think actually what we'll do with Sheila is we'll send her over here. Once we've defended our throne, we'll actually send Sheila over to reinforce the position in the middle near the seal location. And actually... Oh, okay, our little scout's coming under attack from some undead here. You know what? I might be able to use the kind of runaway strategy here to minimize the pain. Let's see here if I can actually keep this unit alive. Okay, so now I just need to basically run. Alright, so we'll go like this. Oh, and I didn't... Whoops. That was pretty stupid of me. I didn't move far enough away. Yeah, I wasn't paying close enough attention. That's alright. Oh, and look at this. We've got a Bone Dragon attacking our Grimbeak Crows. Now, that would be great to get Jafsar over here and get control of a Bone Dragon. So, let's just let that one resolve itself. Okay, here we go. This is going to be the battle for the seal. And, of course, we're going to take damage every turn from this Guardian of the Seals that's going to hit us. All right. This is going to be a tricky battle because really we're going to be at a bit of a disadvantage here, I think. All right, let's get our melee units kind of up front here. Move over. Thankfully, at least being undead is going to make us a little bit less susceptible to the Blight Elementals. Problem is they're going to hit us with Weakened, of course. It's going to really cause problems for us. Yeah, there we go. See, exactly. Yep. Okay, we weathered that storm pretty well, actually, all things considered. Alright, let's get our Saber-Tooth Chariot in there. Yeah, the Blight Elemental does have fire weakness, so we can take advantage of that. And then... You know what? Let's go like this and get a flank shot. Nice. Okay. Now our cavalry here has Devastating Charge, which we can try and take advantage of. You know what? Let's head over with our Sun Guard here, like that. And then now, can we flank? It's not technically a flank shot. Shoot. Didn't turn them far enough. Oh, but you know what? We can blast for some pretty hefty damage here. Let's do that. And then we should be able to maybe get the kill. Oh, yeah. Great. Okay, there we go. And then our Sun Guard can step over here. Get a flank shot. And then our Mystic. Oh, this Fire Elemental is going to be a problem. Yikes. Yeah, even with the line of sight penalty, we're still doing pretty good damage. Nice and a critical. That's pretty good. Okay. Chariot here. Why don't we cruise over like this? Oh yeah, do some big damage there. And then step over. You know what? We'll sit in defense mode here, and maybe this Fire Elemental will just let us have it. Of course, using Sprint. Oh, killed off my Mystic. Thankfully, we resisted the Freezing Touch. Nice. Okay, we got the kill there, and we survived the explosion, which is great. All right. So what is left? This Fire Elemental is still super scary, but we should be able to just get the kill like this. There we go. All right, our Sun Guard here. We can't quite get in behind for a flank, unfortunately. Can with this Sun Guard, however. Nice, there we go, and we survived the death as well, which is great. So now it's just dealing with this Fire Elemental, and of course there's still this Frost Elemental. I don't want to forget about that. So let's go around behind, do a nice big flank there, and then unfortunately we can't quite get over to help out. Even with the Gendarme, we can't quite make it. And the Gendarme is a little bit worse for wear, so we'll kind of sit like that. This is probably going to be, yeah, where I figured we would lose that unit. Ouch, Guardian of the Seal's not our friend right now. We could just heal on dead on ourselves, but I think I'm going to wear Panther and then do this. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's get the finish here. Perfect. Now it's just going to be let's gang up on this guy. And the Gendarme, we're going to just try and keep out of harm's way because he's really not doing so hot. All right. Ouch. Okay, so that killed off my Mystic. Do some pretty big damage here, though. Maybe almost the kill. Not quite, but very close. And we can get the finish here, and that's just going to be, hopefully we don't die from the explosion. Okay, good, we survived. Yikes, though. That was a little rough. And unfortunately, we lost both of our healers. Oh, no, and we're coming under attack now from some additional units. Oh, boy. Well, that didn't go well for me. Okay, so now we've got a Wisp and a Spirit Elemental, and we're in really bad shape. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so the Chariot is going to have to do some work here. So, let's see, can we at least... Yeah, we can do a little bit of damage. This Sun Guard's as good as dead. And our Gendarme's not doing so hot either. We might have to help out in this battle with... Oh, and of course we can't hit the Elemental unit. You know what? We might lose this one. Oh, and of course we got stunned as well. That's quite unfortunate. All right, at least we got the kill there. All right, well, we'll have to use our Gendarme sacrificially here, I think. Try and do some damage. Okay. Chariot's probably gonna die. Okay, he killed off my other unit, which actually gives me a chance now to not lose. Perfect. Holy. Yeah, that was scary. Okay, well, we retained control of the seal, but by the skin of our teeth. Again, I probably could have handled that battle a little bit better. You know what we're going to do is we're going to throw Embrace Darkness onto this city down here, and then we're going to create some additional units to help out. So we'll send this guy over. And let's start... Yeah, we're working on a mummy already. That's good. I think we'll probably queue up a Sabertooth Chariot as the next one, because we do have stronger chariots thanks to our racial governance upgrade. So let's get another one of those going. Then we're going to need a healer down here. So let's go up to Necras. And as soon as that's finished, let's queue up a Mystic that we at least have a healer down there. And you know what? Rather than join in with the stack, I'm going to send this Mystic actually down here to reinforce. I think that's actually better for me. But otherwise, I think we'll probably end the episode there. I'm just going to check this out. So we did get our quiver. Excellent for Sheila. And our bow as well. Now oh, yeah, okay. So now the question is this unit alone? I'm hoping the answer is yes. Let's jump up there. Oh, yeah, okay, perfect. So now we should be able to clear these units out. All right, so we'll move our mummy up. And then we can do this battle. You know what? I'll save this battle for next episode. So that's where we'll leave it. We can at least clear out this unit that's been threatening our throne city for however many turns that's been. Quite a while. And then hopefully we can get rid of this one as well next turn. But in any case, we still have to decide how to get our units in here. Again, we have our druid and some other miscellaneous units, but we don't really have a lot of real strong units in here. But we could move Jafsar up once we capture this city. We could send Jafsar kind of straight north and have him aid in the combat. So I think that's not a bad idea. And of course, we now have access to the Shadow Realm. So all in all, some great developments that episode, although otherwise maybe not the most eventful episode, but I still think we got a lot accomplished. So we're going to save it right here. Call this episode 11. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.